Welcome back in my rabbit hole. So, I am back with a currently inked. If you don't know me yet, I'm Laura and I love my pens. I'm deeply in the fountain pen hobby. For now, I think it's the third year, so I nearly have 3 years over. And today I'm doing a new currently inked. I have looked it up. The last currently inked I did, sneak peek. No, I'm sure you have seen this. So was on the 17th of May. And today we're doing the June currently inked. So today is the 13th, so I'm a bit earlier than like last month. But honestly, if you have watched some currently inked, you're probably most familiar with the concept that people are inking up a certain amount of pens for a month, and then they are cleaning them, and then they are using different ones for the next month. But I'm doing it differently. I don't know if I am in a minority or if I am just in a YouTube minority, but I am like inking up pens as I go, and I really like that process because whenever I feel like it, I can just ink one up or clean one out. And most of the time I'm going through the pens, like emptying them through writing so slowly that I don't like to rush. Like a month, for example, a month for me, inking up a pen for just like 4 weeks is not as such as a long time for me, at least. I don't know if you see it differently, but for me, I'm not writing as much. Right now, I'm writing a bit more at work, but basically what I'm using my fountain pens for is my journal, my private journal that nobody's allowed to look in, my personal planner, and my work planner. So that's the 3 use cases, and then yeah, that's basically it. So these are my fancy pens. I don't know if I explained this last time as well in my last currently inked, but these are not my only currently inked pens, but these are my fancy currently inked pens. I also have some, and I'm just showing you because I brought them to show you. These are my platinums. This is a Profounte. I have 3 of those in 3 different colors, and this is the Muji. It's basically also a preppy, but it looks a bit nicer. And these, both of them, they have cartridges carbon black in them, and the white one is living on my desk at work. I have a wooden box there, and I'm just throwing in all the pens I need at work, and this is on my desk at home. So whenever I need a carbon black nib, and this is, by the way, in the fine nib 03, like here, I used it here, then I'm using this one. So, but these are just on the side because I'm not using them all the time, and I'm not counting them to currently ink because they're just inked all the time. As I said, I have 2 more, but they're cleaned out at the moment, so let's start. First pen. Oh my gosh, I love this pen. You probably have seen this. This was also inked up last time, I think. And let me see. Yes, the time before. So this is my April currently inked. And there you can see I already had this Benu Euphoria Jazz inked up. It's the only one of like April that I still have inked up. So I'm doing this chronologically, as you might guess. And these 2 I've cleaned out already, but this one has remained. So we are starting with this one. In case if you're wondering, I inked this up in March, so it's going strong, but I haven't used it a ton because, like I say, I'm not going through so much ink at a time. So this is the Benu Euphoria in Jazz. And oh my gosh, I think I have a connection to this pen just because it's named Jazz and it's blue. So yeah, I love it. I love it. I have a musical education and wait, I cannot write and talk at the same time. Iroshizuku Tsukiyo. It's a lovely combination. Ah, I love it. And especially on this paper. This paper is so smooth. If you like, I have no clue what paper this is because I told you last time this was given to me by my grandma and it's old. Like she has given me this when I was a child, so there is no way to find out which paper this is, but it's my most favorite one. And this is Rhodia, but the cream color one. And I think, honestly, right now, this is my favorite blue ink. The Pilot Iroshizuku Tsukiyo. So, next up, we have a pen that I'm using right now all the time at work. So, this is my beloved, one of my beloveds. Lamy 2000s, and this one is the modern one. I also have a vintage one which has an L down here, but this one has an extra fine nib, and this one is inked up since the 29th of April, if you're wondering. It's interesting to me. I don't know if you're interested in that stuff, but it's interesting to me how long it's inked up. And I'm using this like every day when I'm at work. And recently I even have used it in my personal planner. But yeah, because of I'm working a lot right now, I'm not using my personal planner right now as much. Yeah, I have to get into that again, but that's another story. So this is the Lamy 2000 in extra fine with diamine blue black. And oh my gosh, I can't show you right now, but in my work planner I am using a Leuchtturm 1719 or what it's called, and the paper obviously, like this nib works beautifully on that. It's so fun. The shading is great, and I think last week or this week, I don't recall, a droplet of water came onto my page and it just smeared a bit, and then came out this beautiful shade of blue, and I was like, oh my gosh, that's like a deep sea. I loved it so much. So I think watercoloring or like coloring with this ink with a water brush would be so amazing, but I'm not an artist and I'm not interested in painting, but I just was like, this ink is so beautiful. Diamine, not Berlin Notebook. Diamine. And I really thought this would be a boring ink, and my last experience with this ink was in my Sailor Pro Gear, and that was not nice. But this combination is amazing, and the pen is so understated. I can use it at work, and I'm not worried about. I think I have also a good working environment. I'm not worried about people just taking my pen and using it. So yeah, I just love it. And I think, like, if I'm looking through the window, I have done this like earlier this day. I think it if I'm holding it up straight, it's filled until here or so still. So all of that is full, so I think I still have at least a week with it, if not 2. It always actually depends on how much I'm writing, of course, but I don't know. Maybe I'm inking up a different pen, or if I'm taking a different pen to work next week. I have not decided yet, but right now I'm really digging that combination. So now my next fountain pen, inked up fountain pen. This is the Pro Gear. The Pro Gear full size Fika cup with a medium fine nib. So I bought this pen secondhand, and my first experience, like I told you before, was with Diamine Blue Black, and that was not good. But then I inked it up with Berlin Notebook number 1 Blue. So I'm writing that down quickly before babbling even more. The medium fine Berlin Notebook number 1 Blue. And this combination is working so good. I honestly, when I had inked it up with Blue Black from Diamine, I was like, oh shit, I'm like, why have I bought a second-hand one and then I have a shitty medium fine on there? But honestly, it was just the ink. The ink and the pen wouldn't match, and so now I'm perfectly happy with it, and I don't even want to give it to a Nibmeister. I think it's beautiful as it is. I originally really wanted a medium nib, but I'm fine with this right now. Like, obviously it's quite fine, I think a bit finer than my preference is. And as you can see, like the extra fine Lamy 2000 nib and the medium fine Sailor Pro Gear nib, like, I mean, is there a difference? I would even think this one is even like smaller in like width, writing width, but yeah. But it's really nice and wet. And let me see, I'm interested how much is in there still. I think I haven't used up much. No. I think it's... Have I even used it? Oh my gosh. Yeah, a bit. But yeah, I haven't used it much since a bit more than a month. A month and 3 days, to be exact. Yeah, but that's fine. So next, I have to cheat up here because I cannot remember out of my head. Next, I have the Leonardo Mexico SE Carolina Midnight with a medium nib. And oh my gosh, I have like rambled about this pen so much, but just look at it. Oh my gosh, it's so beautiful. It's so beautiful. I love the material, and yeah, it's just beautiful. Oh, there was a hard start. But that was me having that open for so long. Leonardo Mexico SE Carolina Midnight with a medium nib, and it's inked with KVZ Honey. And I have more of this ink. If you haven't watched the Dutch Pen Show vlog and haul, like, definitely check that out, because this ink is in it and I got even more stuff. So if you're interested in that, yeah, I think you should go. But you can stay here for now. I mean, the Dutch Pen Show. Now it's like, it's the middle of June. There was some blue on my finger. That was classic. It's the middle of June, and I'm still hyped about the experience that I got out of it. It was such a nice trip, and I'm so lucky, Leonardo, that I was able to go, that I have the funds. I mean, that's not something normal, you know. I'm not doing much holidays, but yeah, still, you have to have the funds, and I'm so lucky that I have them. I'm, yeah, lucky person. KVC honey. And I also know that my collection of fountain pens is pretty, like, you could say advanced, or like even snobby. No, not snobby, but like there's some value here, you know. There's some stuff I bought, and it's not obtainable for a lot of people, so I'm really grateful, and I'm so happy that I have found this hobby, and yeah, it's just amazing. Also, this pen tray, for example, this is so luxurious. I love this. Like, everything about it, everything about these pens, it's just giving me comfort. It's giving me peace. It's giving me joy, and I so much like adore all of this. So, Kaweco, and so this is a special one. I have also talked about this a lot in my video about the Dutch Pen Show, because natural coconut got a grind from Annabelle, and I love this pen, right? Like, so much. I think actually I would call this a medium stop. I don't know if it's a cursive italic. I think it's more like a stop because it's really rounded, and she has inked that up, so she was like, would you mind like me inking that up so that we can try even better? I was like, of course, sure. So she put in there Diamine Royal Blue, and I don't own that ink. I didn't know about this ink. But I like that it's such a dark blue, and it's so wet. Like, I love how she has ground that. I'm like so glad I did this appointment. It was just lovely. Just lovely. And I have also used that already for a journaling session, and that was also so much fun. I have a journal which is from Sterling Ink with Tomoe River paper. Natural coconut with a medium stop. Like the medium, it was a medium nib, but now it's a stop, so I'm writing it like this. And what did I want to say? I don't remember. Royal Blue. I love this nib now. And the combination with the coconut finish, like with the body. I know this is a standard model, but I really love it. I have 3 Kaweco Sports. And one is aluminum in black, this one, and then I have the collection sport with the iridescent pearl. And yeah, I also sometimes switch the nibs around. I haven't done it for a while, but and so I'm thinking that this nib actually will stay on this pen, but I don't know yet, and actually I can swap them around, so why wouldn't I? Yeah, and I have inky fingers again, by the way. Just mentioning it, like, as normal. Last but not least, if you haven't seen the video, I have a new pen. And I think this is the first new pen day video I have ever done. And oh my gosh, I'm so happy about this pen. I could do this new pen day for quite some pens like in the past, because recently I've acquired a few, but yeah, this one just like fitted in with me making these videos now, and so I was like, okay, I'm just doing it. So if you want to see that video, if you want to know more about this pen, where I got it from, then check it out. And this is the Platinum 3776 Stationery Station exclusive in Tsukikusa with a medium nib. And this medium nib is so fine. I mean, like, I'm so glad I got the medium. I actually, yeah, I also could have gotten the broad, I think, because, yeah. But I'm using the cartridge that came with it. So in it is Platinum Blue Black. And I actually don't know how this ink normally behaves, if it's more like a dry ink or a wet ink. I would guess it's more like a conservative ink, so yeah, maybe it's even getting better when I'm using a different ink in it. But definitely, if you have some experience with platinums, definitely tell me if you have some, because like with gold nibs, because sometimes I have heard that the platinums can be a bit finicky, and for example, good inks to use in them would be the Palette Iroshizuku inks. So, oh, that was not the thing I wanted to write. Tsukikusa in medium. I really like having these currently inked lists on 2 different papers. If I'm running out of paper in these 2 books, because I decided that this would just be filled up, and then I will not do 2 books anymore. I only will do 1. But then I decided, okay, I need different paper. I need better paper, because this Rhodia, I'm not content with it, but I started it and it's good paper. It's not the perfect paper, but it's good paper. So yeah. So let me see. Okay, let me grab all the stuff. Can you see? No, you can't. Okay, then we are putting it like maybe this. Okay, putting this plant away. Okay, now I think you can see. So these are my currently inked for June. I hope you have enjoyed this video, and I'm hoping I'm seeing you soon again. Stay tuned, because I think the next video will be a swatching video, like about my ink collection again. And yeah, I hope you are having a wonderful time. I hope you're all good and safe, and you're so wonderful that you're still here. Bye!